my best bead friends. I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. Today we are here to talk all about beads to live by. So a few of you know that I signed up at the end of April to get beads to live by curated collections for the 3 months. They do the curated collections for 3 months. It's a subscription, but it only lasts for 3 months. So the next time you can sign up is going to be the end of June. So I will make sure I have all of Beads to Live By information in the description of this video so that you can go and make sure that you have an account set up and that you're asking to be on their email list so that you can get notification if this is something that you're going to want to do. And this time around, I actually added something to it because Cassandra curates a little like an extras to go along with it. So I bought some of that this time too. So let me show you all that stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, first things first. We're going to do our Seize the Day for Tuesday, May 20th. A good friend is a connection to life, a tie to the past, a road to the future, the key to sanity in a totally insane world. And it's by Lois Wise. And this is facts, guys, facts. Good friends, they always help you through everything. They're always there for you. Even if, like, my best friend and I don't talk on a daily basis, but you know what? We know that each other has a really crazy life. We know this, and when we catch up, we talk for hours. We'll sit together and, so, because we meet up, like, we live in different cities, so we meet up a few times a year just to hang out for like a half a day, and we catch up that way. And when there's anything like life-shattering happening in our lives, good or bad or indifferent, we do call each other or FaceTime each other or, things like that. So there is a lot of contact, but not like you would think, like every day. So anyway, let's talk about the curated collections subscription. So you have a couple options. So you can do either the 2-hole beads, the seed bead collection, or you can combine them both and you pay a little bit more, but then you have the 2-hole beads and you have the seed beads. So we're going to take a look at that. Another thing that Cassandra does is she has the companion bundles for each month that she does these, and I ordered 2 of the same one. She had 2 options out there, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But first, let's go through this, and I will show you what I got. All right. So let me grab one of my little white dishes here. So first thing we have, where's my little white plate? I need that too. I had my little white plate. There it is. All right. So we have these little like pyramid beads. These are 2-hole pyramid beads, and they're in this really, really pretty green. And this is such a beautiful spring into summer color. And I did a bracelet last month with the blue ones like this. So I'm going to be trying to think of something different to make with them this time around. Next we have the 2-hole tile beads. And these are in this really pretty shade of white. It's like an off-white with some beige striping through them. Really, really pretty. And these are the tiles, so they're not the silkies. So they are strung. You can string them through just like this. So they'll sit just like a tile. So that's those. Super, super pretty. Next we have some lentils, some 2-hole lentils. I am crazy about these. And these are in a beautiful green and turquoise AB. These are just gorgeous. And the thing I like about these is, like, you can choose to use both holes, or you can just use one, and you get this cool little effect like this if you just use one. If you use the 2 holes, then they're just going to line up nice and straight. But sometimes you want this little like wobble look for something, and it's just really cool. So you get that. All right, I got some of these last time. I didn't know what to do with them yet. So I'm still thinking about these, and I've been thinking about them for a while. These are triangle beads, and they are a 2-hole bead. On one side of the triangle, there's 2 holes, and then the other 2 sides of the triangle, there's none. So you can use them you could probably use them as like little flower petals, maybe, or you could, string them all standing up together. Another really cool thing that you can, have here. I'll put those back in the, oh, that didn't work out. I need some of the little white triangle trays. Oh, why do you have a little broken buddy? I've been getting little broken beads here and there lately. I think the post office is really rough on our packages. All right, so there's that. And then we have, I think these are like 2-hole, I think they're called 2-hole cabs because they're kind of shaped like a cabochon. Or they could be, oh, I can't remember. Anyway, they're like a little half circle, and the 2 holes are on each side like this, and they just get strung through there, and they're just like a little bump. They're really cute. And I love this color. This color is really pretty. This color is almost like a really light marigold. Really, really pretty color. You hear that rain, you guys? We have been getting nothing but like rain and storms. We had tornadoes whip through here, and it was a mess. Like even in our trees, we have like in our neighborhood, we have trees down from the high winds. Just a little bit south of us got hit hard with some tornadoes, like just like maybe 15 minutes south from us. So not far at all. But yeah, it's definitely, it's been some kind of crazy weather. Okay, so here are the 2-hole collections. And for these, I think I might actually use my little tray here because I like these colors. I think it's hard to see them inside the container. So if I put some in here, oh, there they went. I will never find all of those little beads, I can tell you that. Let me see if I can just scoop up the few that I can see. Every time like I take one of these little lids off of like the 15 O's, they just go flying. I don't know if it's like the pressure from the air being like sucked out of the tube, or if it's like a static thing, but they just go flying. And I think I found all the ones I'm gonna find for now. So let me just dump some in here, and hopefully this will give you like a little bit better color idea. So this is that really pretty, it's almost like a light, it kind of reminds me of like a light Mountain Dew color. It's almost like a light lime green. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, that's a gorgeous color. And let me see if I can pour these back in here carefully. See if I can do it. You guys holding your breath? Am I gonna spill them everywhere? This kind of gives me some like little ASMR vibes here, like just watching these like spill into the little container slowly. All right. Oh, I only lost 2. Look at that. Okay, we're putting the lid back on that. Next we have an AB white. I'm not going to open this one up, but these are an AB finish on white, and these are really, really pretty. I love that bright, bright white. It looks so lovely as an accent to some of these colors, but it also is something that it can just play on its own too, and it's just really, really pretty. All right, so now we have some larger seed beads, and I'm going to try to go in order here. We have 11 O's, 8 O's, and 6 O's. So here's one of the 11 O's. Now this is like a true lime green, but this one has like a lined, it's like lined inside. So you're gonna pick up like little hints of a little bit darker green in there, and even a kind of a little bit on the yellow side of green. But those are really pretty 11 O's. I like the lined ones like this. I think they just add like an extra layer of dimension. and they're just super fun. All right, so then we have some off-white with like a gold line. These are really pretty too. Again, the lined beads really make me happy. They just really offer like so much depth and warmth. Look at that, isn't that nice? Love that. And even if you're not like a bead weaver, but you know, you use some of these things for like spacers and stuff, the seed bead one might be really great for you. But if you're looking into getting into some of these other shaped beads and even some bead weaving, these are some of the things that you're going to want to get. Just kind of boosts up your stash a little bit and gives you something to make new things from. Okay, next are our 8-Os. So we have some gold 8-Os, and it's always good to have the metal beads. The metal seed beads, they're usually a little more pricey, but these are like a gold check glass bead. So they still give you that nice look of metal without being metal. Isn't that pretty? It's a really nice gold. Dump that in here. And then we also have these 8-Os, and these are like almost like a turquoise green with a Picasso finish. And I know that we all love a good Picasso finish. Those are really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. I love those. And we lost just a couple here. Grab those real quick. Now we have some 6-0 seed beads, which I really enjoy getting these. And these have a large enough hole that I think you can fit a 1mm leather cord through it. Let me grab some leather cord real quick, just so that we can test that out, because that might be a game changer for some of you. But let's just see. I'm glad I didn't put all my stuff away from yesterday. So this is 1mm leather cord. Oh yeah, look at that. Fits right on there. So nice. All right, now this is like an olivine, and it also has like a little hint of that purple in there. So I do believe it has like some kind of like luster finish on there, but it's really, really pretty. That olivine is like probably one of my favorite greens. Then we have some like another like pale marigold with gold line 6-Os. And I think these 6-Os will fit too. Sometimes, you know, you have different beads, have different hole sizes. But yeah, these fit perfectly too. And here's these. So you have that marigold color with the gold line. And this is really gorgeous. This is a gorgeous color. All right, so let's kind of like set these out so we can kind of take a look at everything, just so you can see what came in here. There's like so much, because I'm about to get out the my extras that I got, that I ordered. Oh, I found one more little teeny tiny green one. I'm gonna put them on this white dish in case I open them, and then I just don't want to open it. Oh, another one. I just don't want to open it right now and have them like explode everywhere. Okay, so the companion bundle, she gave us an option for 2 different ones that we can order. I ordered 2 of the same, and I'll tell you why. So there was a pressed glass one, and they had a fire polished one. I have a ton of pressed glass. What I don't have a ton of is fire polish. So I ordered 2 of the fire polish. So we're just gonna go through the one bag because they're identical. All right, so first thing we have are these big, ginormous, juicy white beads. They're not doing so hot on that one, are they? Let me see. And they have like a clear outside and a white inside, and they are faceted. And these are so cool. Each one is just a little bit different. They're not made exactly the same, which I really love that about them. and I'm looking forward to making something with them. And I actually have a total of 6 of those because I ordered 2 sets. All right, so let's put them there. Then next I have this beautiful yellow fire polish. It's yellow with a silver on one half of the bead. Really, really pretty. And I like that there's silver on it, and the rest of the things in here are gold. It's just, it gives you like a different metallic to work with. And you can even combine the gold and the silver. It doesn't matter. So there's that. And then we have these little, I think they're like a 2.5 to 3 millimeter fire polish. These are like a rainbow iris and with the gold. These are some of my favorite. They're so pretty. They're so sparkly, and they work so nice with all the other beads that you get. Even just beads in your stash, you know, they will look good with everything. We got some Picasso finish, a turquoise Picasso finish strand. These are 6 millimeter faceted. These are also really, really pretty. We have some matte crystal clear. Why am I holding it on a white one? And they are also faceted, and these are 6 millimeter in size. Very nice to have those. And we're still going. We have little itty bitty yellow ones. These again are probably about a 2.5 or even a 2 millimeter, but they're like little rounds that have little tiny facets in them, and these are fire polished. Really, really pretty. And then we have a smaller strand of the Picasso, or a strand of the Picasso in a smaller size. We have a 4 millimeter here, and this is awesome to have this. And of course, because I bought 2 sets, I have double that. So I'm super excited about that. I just did my fire polish stash. Like, I loaded it up. And then we have this olivine in with the gold AB, and this is gorgeous too. Very, very pretty. I am really excited about this month's beads. Last month's beads were great, but there was a lot of blue. But I think if I would have bought the companion bundle, which I think I just missed out on it, like I saw the email and I didn't act quick enough, and then before I knew it, it was over. But I'm just gonna get the rest of these out, and here's all my goodies, you guys. I am so excited. This has been my splurge for me. I've been wanting this ever since I saw Becky Foster unbox it. I'm like, what? Because you guys know that I had no idea that Beads to Live By even existed. So I have to thank her like every day that she had me find Beads to Live By and Cassandra. It's just excellent. So I'm going to take a look at this, and we're going to try to make something. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. I think I really want to try to use these little triangle beads. I think these are really, really cool. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to use them. If I want to do like some earrings maybe, or something. But you guys have seen me use the lentils and these pyramids many times before, I think. So I really want to try to figure something out with these. And I think, let's just grab like a little, I have this little scrap piece of wire that I used the other day because I bent it in half to make a big eye needle to make some bracelets. So let's just see what it would do if I didn't use both holes. I think it just hangs just like a normal triangle. It doesn't do anything weird. Wait a minute, this one only has one hole. This one only has one hole. This one has 2. Oh, that one has 2. This one only has 1. How funny is that? They missed a hole when they made it. I catch some of the funniest things. Oh no, there's a partial hole. So maybe I just need to drill it out and it'll be fine. All right. So I think I want to use these, but I'm not quite sure yet. I might need more time to play with these and try to figure them out. So we're going to give myself more time with that. But let's look at some of this other stuff we have. So we have these lovely little yellow beads. And these are super cute. And I'm trying to think of like what I want to do with these. I think that if I did like a necklace, like I could do like maybe like the 2-hole beads like in the front. The only problem with these is I think that they're meant to be more like flat, like on a flat surface. So I think they would be better off like this. And instead of like hanging from a necklace, that might be a little strange. So maybe we won't do those. But we do have, again, this is something I'm probably going to have to think a little bit more about. Not great for a design on the fly for me today. But we do have these tile beads, and these can make really fun earrings. So I'm honestly thinking about maybe doing these and making a really cute pair of earrings. Or, yeah, let's take a look at that. I'm going to cut this one open. And I think we might be able to make a really cool pair of earrings. And honestly, like, why wouldn't we be able to do, like, in an earring, make it really funky? Use some of these, like, lime green. And let me just grab a head pin real quick. And I'll show you what I mean. So if we did, because obviously it would be strong, right? We'd use, like, some kind of bead stringing wire, or we would probably use some thread or wildfire. But imagine if we did like this, maybe put some seed beads on there, and then did one of these guys. Oh, you could probably do like a whole like little hoop. But then I don't know, like I wouldn't want to use these tiles if I was going to do a hoop. I don't know if I'm really crazy about that. I want to use these so bad. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. Maybe what we could do, as I'm thinking here, I wonder if we could use some like little jump rings and like make these into like some kind of dangle with a seed bead on the jump ring too. I'm just trying to think, guys. You guys are with me for this process. You know, if you don't want to be here for this process, then just fast forward a little bit. But this is what I know a lot of you absolutely love. Like, what is the thought process behind doing anything with these beads, right? So let's just try a few things out, because I am not a pro with these. Like, I am still learning so much about these beads. All right, so that's too fat to go in there. It won't fit. Too thick. I have a feeling those might be anyway. But let me just I'm just grabbing what's close by me. Let's grab some of these. I know I have some thinner ones. Well, this one's not going to help much because it's so mixed up. Just going to grab a few sizes here just so that I can scoop it out and try something. No, jump rings aren't going to fit through there. I was kind of thinking that it would. Well, that's kind of disappointing. All right. Okay, so maybe we won't use these. I really do want to incorporate them into a necklace. I might just have to brainstorm, you guys. I really might have to. But what we can do for sure is we can make these into a really fun little necklace. And maybe while we're doing that, or not necklace, pair of earrings. And maybe while we're doing that, we'll be able to figure out like something with these. Maybe we can incorporate it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So then what I'm wondering is, what do I want to use? Now, I have this pretty Picasso here. So let's take a look at these. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of see, like, how do these sit? I think 2 8/0s sit next to each other well on a tile. Yeah, they look like they do. Okay, so maybe we'll want to use some of these 8/0s. I'll grab some of these little Picassos. And then I also will grab, I'm trying to think what I want. Maybe, nope. I think if we're going to do Picasso, I think these are pretty, but we could use these instead of like a 15/0 or 11/0 seed bead to go around the bottom or the top. These are really pretty. And I'm just thinking of doing like a simple earring. So making it like 2 wide, like this. Just a really fun little stripy earring. And the stripes are going to go in all kinds of directions. They're just going to be like little, well, the more I look at that, the more I don't like that as like an earring. You know what? You guys, we're just gonna wing it because I really desperately want to use these. Okay, so we're gonna use these. I'm gonna put these back in the bag because I don't want the Picasso. And we are going to figure this out. We are definitely gonna figure this out. I'm gonna grab some thread and we're gonna open up some beads. I definitely want to use these. And I think I want to use some of these gold lined off-white 11/0s. Don't know how many we'll need. And then for like another like little accent color, I think I would like to bring in one of these strands. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. All right, we're going to figure this out one way or the other. Oh, I'm losing my big beads here. It was in a dish. All right. Now I'm going to clip this one off and then I'm going to pause this and I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to grab the thread that I want to use, and I'm also going to grab a needle and stuff like that. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so things look a little different from where I left you guys, right? You think that was maybe just a few seconds ago? Nope, it was yesterday, because you know what? I sat down and I looked at it and I was having a hard time with the triangles. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to come up with something. But then I was like, you know what? Why am I worried about making a pair of earrings? You know, I really kind of would like to make a necklace. So I have all these fire polish beads that I planned on just hoarding, right? Just hoarding them all. Why not? But then why? Because they were sent to go along with everything. And I love these. And so I'm thinking, you guys, that we're going to do a necklace. Now, I did get some, what I'm using is this Wildfire, this bead-alon Wildfire. It's 0.5 millimeter. And I had gotten it at Sam's. They did have some. I will look and double check to make sure they have it. If they still have it available, but it's not in stock, get on the waiting list, because they actually have it at a really good price. It's only like, it's under 20 bucks and it's 20 yards. So that's quite a bit. And you can see I need to order some more. So I've been using it like crazy. So I have this, and we're going to make the necklace using this. And we're going to end up using 2 strands, but I want to concentrate on the first stringing first. So like I said, I have these big, beautiful beads. I ordered 2 sets because I wanted something big and pretty. I have these 2 whole lentils. I pulled out some of the fire polish, some of these 6-0 in yellow, some of the 8-0 in the that turquoise Picasso, and then some of the little gold lined clear ones. So you can see I have the bags right here. And I think that I don't know if I need to really actually pull in any more fire polish, but I really kind of want to use these big chunky ones. So I have my string here. And how in the world did I get a little knot in this already? I just strung it. Huh. Well, it's a really tiny knot, so hopefully it'll just go away. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these really big, chunky beads on. Let me get rid of that strand. It's right there. We're going to do this. I'm going to put one of these big, chunky beads on. And let me just slide this up a little bit just so you can see better. And then I want to do like a 11-0, an 8-0, a fire polish, the 6-0, and then go back and do the same thing. So there's going to be like a big segment in between each. Oh, I almost pulled the thread right off my needle. All right, so we have all those on. And then I want to use the lentil, and we're just going to put that little guy on here and just let him sit. He's just going to sit here. And then we're going to do the same thing. So this one, this one, this one. Am I missing anything? No. Okay. All right. Just like that. Okay. So we have that. And now we're going to put on another one of our big beads. Keep getting my strand caught on my mat. And then let's do the same thing. So we're just going to keep doing this little pattern here. I'm going to have to, probably bring out more beads, but they're right here next to me, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I sat there last night and I'm like, okay, well, I should probably make the first earring first. And I thought I knew what I wanted to do. And you guys, I was so stumped. I'm going to have to really try to, play around with them and see what I can come up with, because I tried a couple different things and I just couldn't get it to sit right. I couldn't get it to come out right, like the way I was trying to imagine it. And instead of putting you guys through all that torture, I'm like, you know what? Well, let's just make something that I wanted to make to begin with. I really wanted to make a necklace. I don't need to make a pair of earrings. I have so many earrings. It's ridiculous. And this is kind of like a nice, simple stringing project. So we're going to keep it simple. And yeah, it's using some 2-hole beads and some seed beads. But I think what I really wanted to show you guys is the really cool things that you can do with some of these items and not be somebody who's doing like a bead weaving project. You don't have to do that. You can still do all these really cool things and, just bead regularly. That's a hard word for me. All right. There we go. And let's do the same thing. And when we do the second strand, I may bring in more of these other fire polish beads. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna that kind of thing we are doing on the fly, because I haven't thought that far ahead. I just thought, well, how cool would it be to use these lovely 2-hole lentils as kind of like connectors in a way, but they're not really connectors, but you know what I mean. Oh, I found a little 11-0 that was trying to escape. And this way, this would be so much fun to play with and just so much fun to do. And I'm trying to alternate to where I have like the green showing on one side and the blue showing on the other of these. So I'm just trying to do that. So this is what we have so far. And these are so much easier to pick up when you have a needle versus just like some beading wire. Oops, I'm missing a fire polish. There we go. Oh, picking up too many beads. It's that easy. All right. Big chunky one. We're going to use all the big chunky ones. All 6 of them. Oops, let me get some more of these 6-0s out. But then I thought this would be really fun and springy too. You know, it's really, you know, quite summery. And I will figure out something for the triangles. And if all else fails, you guys, I know that I can make a bracelet easily out of them. So maybe we'll do a bracelet, do some bead weaving and do a bracelet. I could not get my vision to like come to fruition. You know, I just couldn't do it. It just, it just wasn't letting me. My brain was like, no, that's not working. And my fingers were like, I know, brain, I've been trying to tell her. And it just wasn't working for me. But that's okay. We're not giving up because we are using this is like one of the most beautiful mixes I think I've seen in a while. I absolutely love all the colors. I love that it represents May and it's just so pretty. We're gonna make like a very happy looking necklace that everyone would be thrilled to wear. And this one I think I'm gonna keep for me because this is exactly like right up my alley of the kind of like style of stuff I love. I love things that look somewhat eclectic and I love boho. And this isn't very boho, but it is kind of eclectic and I like that. All right. Not to mention this will string pretty fast, so we can just kind of sit here and chit chat together while we do this. So, yeah. If you get the Beads to Live By subscription, or you know, have you gotten yours yet? If you're thinking about getting it, you know, let me know. All that good stuff. And I don't know. I think anyone would really enjoy it. All right. So this is about a little bit halfway to what we want because we're going to want to string both sides. I'm going to end up stringing a needle on this side too so we can finish it. All right. So now what we're going to do here, I think we will use some of these smaller clear ones. To do kind of the same thing. This is going to be very, very fun. So we were getting more rain again today, you guys. I mean, it's been raining, storms and rain, storms and rain, storms and rain. But I know it's been like that like everywhere else, plus like really bad storms in other places. And I feel so bad for so many of my friends that are in these states that are just getting pummeled by this terrible weather that's coming through. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Or my husband singing out in the hallway. You guys, you get treated to like, you know, a karaoke show. You get treated to like cats acting up. I mean, you guys must just love it. And you probably wonder, like, is there ever any quiet in my house? No, there is never any quiet in my house. Unless it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And maybe that's the real reason why I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I can just have some of that quiet and just kind of reflect on the day, maybe the day before, or, you know, what's going on that day. That's probably why I get up so early all the time. But you know what? I'm so happy my house isn't quiet. You know, I love that my family has noise. I love it. I would never change that for anything. Oh yeah, this is gonna look so cute, you guys. Check this out. This is gonna be really, really pretty. I'm super excited about it. All right, let's keep stringing because I want this one to be like a little bit of a longer one too. It probably doesn't help me that I have all my beads like mixed up here, but I just kind of chucked them into a pile and said, yep, this is how it's gonna be. But that's okay because we'll get through some of the other ones and then I can fix it all. And see, my last one, the green side was down, so I want the, oh no, my last one, the blue side was down, so I want the green side down this time. There we go. All right, this is excellent. I am really liking this. You know, I'm glad that I gave my brain a break last night after I unpacked all this and talked to you guys for a little bit about, you know, what I wanted to do. I had to like, my brain needed that reset, right? We all need that sometimes. We need to go and just reset our thoughts and just kind of like bring it back down, you know, to where we can have manageable ideas. I'm going to grab my other needle that I buried down here. Oh, I buried two down there. And we're going to go ahead and put this side on because I'm going to want to try to keep up with this other side here just so that I don't put too much on one side. All right, I'll grab one of these. Oh, I have it right here. Oh, I was smushing it instead of like, there we go. Shane just asked Woody if he needs to go outside. Woody is going to stand at that door and be like, nope. It is raining so hard right now. He's going to be like, no, thank you. No, thank you, Dad. I don't want to do that. All right, bring some of those out. I hope you guys are seeing all this okay. It looks really kind of dark and far away on my camera. Maybe just bring in just a tad bit closer. I don't want to bring you in too close though, because I know that the camera will like, could get blurry, but I'm just hoping you can see. Maybe I can maneuver some stuff here. All right, so that one, the green is facing down, so we'll do the blue. Oh wait, what am I doing? Jody, what are you doing? You're messing up. There we go. Okay, now we're doing this one. All right, all the way down, just like so. And this. Boy, I tell you what, I am loving all these beads. All right, now we need one of these. Oh, I still have the little, do I still have part of the thread in there, the plastic? Oh, no, maybe not, okay. All right, so we managed to do 3 of these, so we'll continue on with that. And this one we'll do the green side down. this string's pretty fast. It is so much easier when you're using a needle. You can just pick these up so fast. All right, then let's do this again. I want the blue side down. And again. And then we need to put on one more of these. And now let's just kind of see where we're at. I'm going to scoot some of this stuff that I don't need in my way right now. So we're just going to slide it all up here. I don't know what's underneath there. Probably beads. Yep, more beads. You guys, I have beads everywhere right now. Just everywhere. All right, I'm just going to scoot all this up. I'll clean it up later, like when I'm done with this, because we're still going to need more. All right. Now, whoops, sorry for hitting the right there. Okay, I still have plenty more to go. This is what it's looking like though, you guys. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to keep on going. I've got a needle on both ends, so we're good to go. We're even. We're all matched up here. All matched up nice. So I'm going to go with this one, and we're just going to continue on. So now I'll bring this back down just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm grabbing. Although you probably know the whole little pattern by heart now. Then open up more of those fire polish beads. And a white. And let's do another one just like that. We want to do one with the green facing down. All right, I'm going to grab that other fire polish strand here. Let's go ahead and pop this little guy open. Ooh, these are pretty. These are gorgeous fire polish beads. Oops, did I forget? I forgot an 11-0 on here. I just looked down and saw that. I'm so glad I caught it right away. You guys probably already caught it though when we were shouting, Jody, you've got the 11-0. And I'm just over here going, okay. There we go. Now we have our 11-0 on there. All right, same thing. Whoops, just flung that one. The 11-0s blend right in with my mat, and I don't think there's any way of avoiding that. I think they'd blend in anywhere. All right, so I added 2 on that one. Let's add 2 on this one. I really do think this is going to be a really fun necklace. I'm super excited to be able to wear it. And I think I'll go with a lot of my summer stuff that I have. let's just match this up, make sure that I'm, yep, so one more. And then we'll take a look and see where we're at. Might be long enough for me. I wanted it to be, this one to be kind of a long one though. So we'll see. I probably should have told you how long of a strand I had. You guys, I'm sorry. I'll measure the necklace when we're all said and done so you know, and I'll tell you like an approximate extra that you'll need in case, you know, you want to do something, you know, with the ends or whatever. But sorry about that. I got so like excited that I actually had a great idea to do something, and I totally forgot to tell you how long of a string I was. It was probably an arm's length is what it is. I don't have an exact measurement, but I usually do start with like a full arm's length, like arm to the middle of my chest. That's what I consider a full arm's length for myself, because that seems to be a pretty good amount for me to use if I'm going to do like something big. But I can measure the necklace too for you. It's not a big deal. All right, so let's do one more on, maybe one more, maybe two more. I don't know. We'll see. Let's do one more to start with, and then we can go from there on each side. All these beads I'm using, and I still have a ton of beads. I think like it's like a fabulous deal. All these beads. It's like so phenomenal. I love it. Okay, there's that. Put that one on. I think one will be good. So we're just going to do this one more right here. I'll probably put another one of these faceted beads on the end though. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I hope everyone is doing really well. I hope you're having a great week. Like I said, the rain has been a little uncertain pretty much everywhere, but we are gonna get through it. We'll get our rain now, and then we'll have some nice sunny summers, and then we'll be sad because our farmers will need rain during the hottest time of the year, and we won't have any. It always happens that way here. I don't know how it is with everyone else, but in Michigan, that's what we do. We complain about the rain in the spring, and then in July and August, we're like, man, these farmers need some rain. It's like, well, we had rain, and you guys were complaining. All right, so I think this is a good length. And I think this is going to be so cute, you guys. Look at how cute this is. Look at those colors. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So this end, we're going to probably, I haven't really thought too much about it. I guess I didn't think that far. Let's just leave it. I probably should have made it even further instead of having like two strands. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. We'll figure it out, because what we're going to end up doing is going from the top up here and going back down to the bottom. So what we'll probably end up doing is taking both of our strands and tying a knot with both of them. Like I said, I haven't thought any further than that, but what I do want to do is I want to leave some tension with this string and these beads. So I'm going to put this on. To where it's just going to sit here, and I can still get in there with a needle. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to put away the beads that I don't think we're going to need. So that way I can get some stuff off my desk, and you guys can have more vision of what's going on here. And we're going to lay this out a little bit just so that we can see it. So I think I'm done with my 6/0s. I don't think we need those anymore, so I'm going to put those away. I think we're good with the clear fire polish beads. Like, we're good with these. I can put those off to the side. We're good with the lentils, so I can move those out of the way. And I think what I want to do is I think I'd like to bring in some of that Picasso. Hold on, get rid of stuff here. All right, so we have these Picasso beads, and I'm just trying to decide, because what I want to do is I want to go through this end, like go, actually, nope, I want to start here, go through, how do I want to do this? Because I want to be over top of this. I think we're going to need to put another white one on here, because it's just not going to make sense otherwise. So let's grab another one of those for each side. All right. So like that. Because what I want to do is I want to go through the larger beads and the 2-hole bead and then be on the outside of these. So I'm just trying to look at this and see, like, so we have this big Picasso finish one here, and it looks like we'd be able to use that and then a couple more beads with it. So maybe what we would want to do is use, I have some of the gold 8-ohs. Let's see, what else do I have? I have smaller Picasso ones, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to have all the Picasso right there. I do have, well, we're going to use these Picassos. Well, maybe we'll just use like a combination of our Picasso seed beads and our 11-oh seed beads, kind of like the same thing we're doing here, but with this Picasso bead. I think maybe we'll do that. All right, I'm going to pull that out, have that. Let me put my other one on here. I said I needed one more on both sides. And we'll pull everything tight too when we're done, so I'm not too worried about it. I just don't want to have to struggle with it. So that's why I want to try to put these on. All right, so I'm going to take my needle off one of these. I'm just going to leave the needle on the other because we're just going to be working with one. And we're going to do another like arm span, so like a wingspan. So I'm going from my hand to like the middle of my chest. And we're going to cut this off. Yeah, I really, really need to buy some more of this. I better jump on the computer after I'm done here and order more. Look at that. It's almost gone. This one's my favorite too. I love this one. All right. So I'm going to move all my little strands out of the way. We don't need those. And we're going to start here and we're going to go through. And you guys will see what I kind of have planned here. Need that. Sometimes I feel like I'm so clumsy in talking to you guys about what I'm trying to do. I hope you guys know that I'm not trying to confuse you. All right. Oh my gosh, I just pulled like a whole strand. Did I not cut the right length? I didn't. What did I do? I cut way too short. How did I do that? Is it because it raveled up on me? It must be. Well, you know what we'll do? Then we'll just work from the spool. We'll just do that. If that's, now I can just save that other little smaller, shorter strand for like a shorter project, like maybe a pair of earrings or something, or a bracelet. It can be a, you know, an extra piece. No big deal. I just think it got all like wound up and I must have cut the wrong spot, thinking I was cutting the length that I had pulled. So we're just gonna work off the spool then so I don't make that mistake again. All right. So now this is gonna get a little strange. All right, so I'm gonna go through my large bead here with my needle and I'm gonna pop right out the other end. I'm not gonna go through any of the small beads and I'm just gonna pull until I think I've got enough. And now we kind of want to measure this out. So I'm thinking probably the 11-oh, maybe the 8-oh. Let's just try it this way. And just see. No, it looks like we need just a little bit more. So maybe we will do the fire polish. I'm just worried that I'm going to run out of fire polish. You know what? If we do, then maybe what I should do is I should alternate and maybe do, maybe bring in these seed beads too, again, just to kind of like alternate. See, now I think that's too big. So maybe what we need then is not that fire polish, but maybe we just need another 8-0. So let's grab these little gold ones. These can kind of take the place of our fire polish. And we're gonna need more of those little turquoise ones there. Okay. All right, so then we have, oh, I want a gold one, this one, and that. And now let's see. I'm just gonna set it down here beside it to see if that makes any difference. That's much better. That's much better. It's gonna bounce out a little bit, but I kind of want that. I just didn't want it to be like super obvious, you know? Okay, so it's gonna end up looking like this, and I think that's cute. All right, so now we'll do the same thing. Here. And go right through that bead. Yeah, just like that. Okay, that's going to be really cute. And I think you could even twist around like this, and that would be adorable. It's just going to kind of go back and forth, I think. So that'll be really cool. I didn't put a gold one on here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Hold on. You know what? 1 second. We're just going to pull this off. Not a big deal. At least I noticed it now. I mean, I could have waited and fixed it at the end, but I'm like, if I see it, I'm just going to want to fix it. So it's not that much of a, it's not that big of a deal. All right, and pull these two off. And I'm going to do this part way down, and then I can do a lot on my own, and then we'll come back about halfway through and do some more together. I just don't want you to have to sit through the whole process if you don't, you know, if you don't need to. But I figured if we did like, you know, about halfway through or just a little bit under halfway through, I at least want to get down to some of the larger beads just so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so now we need our gold. This one and this one. Let's go through that 2-hole bead. And it's a long strand. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. That looks really cute. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back to where we were. I like having these gold beads next to the larger Picasso, just because it kind of helps it stand out from the little 8-0 that we're putting next to, you know, next to it or in the same line. And through here. And just pulling on it. Do it again. Whoop. Cassandra, thank you for putting together such beautiful beads. She's got an eye for beads, I'm telling you. She's so good. Just love her. She's so sweet. Oh yeah, this necklace is going to be really adorable. I love it. Need to get more of the little gold lined ones out. Oh yeah, this is stringing up pretty fast. Oh, I just said I need to get more of those out. Like, where are they? Oh, here's one. Oh, and here's another one of those. Okay. I'm going to be cleaning up beads for like days, guys. I just have them everywhere because I just went through like a bead frenzy and just like, I want to use this, I want to use this, and just, yeah. It's crazy. But I know you all know what I mean. Every single one of us has done it. You have like 80 things of beads out and you use 2. You're like, oh, what happened here? Yeah, this makes it so easy to do. Just having the needle and the thread. And this is nice sturdy thread too, guys. You don't have to worry about it. Whoop, get stuck. There we go. All right, we are really getting somewhere, and this is really cute. It's looking so wavy. I love it. We're gonna have so much fun with this. And you know, you guys don't need this subscription to do this. All you need are like, you know, get out your beads that are similar size. I have some 6.0 fire polish. I have some, you know, 11.0, 8.0, 6.0 seed beads. If you don't have 2 hole beads, you can even use just a larger hole bead to run another strand through, or, you know, or even just a regular bead like this. You don't even need a 2 hole bead. But you don't need a 2 hole lentil either. You could probably do like if you have like a tile bead, that would be a really cool look if you had like a little square in there and it would stand up. So that would probably, why did I do that? That would probably look really cool. Or even like a silky, like if you have a silky, because those are like strung diagonally, that would look really cool too. You know, we might try something like that. We might try to make something with those and do this necklace in another variation with different beads, and maybe we can just do it from the stuff I have in my stash. You know what? You could even use, if you have something like this, have it on there to where you just have like little spikies sticking out. That'd be really cute too. See, now, because last night I struggled, today I'm inspired, you guys. That's how it works. You struggle one day, the next day you're inspired. Now I'm coming up with all these ideas to use my little triangle beads and other stuff in. Some days you just need a moment. Or 24 hours, whatever it is. You guys would think I'm at Sam's, so you hear the bead train in the background. Those of you who shop the live sales, you know what I'm talking about. Anyone else who don't shop his live sales, you're like, what? Oh, gold, this one. All right, and now we're getting to the big chunky bead. And just put it right through there. All right, guys, this is how it's looking so far. This looks really cute. It looks really fun. All right, I'm gonna do some on my own, and then I'll be back and we'll do the rest together and we'll finish it off. Guys, I made it through all my large beads, and now we're gonna go through our smaller ones, and then we'll be done with this side. I'm going to open up some more beads in a moment. I need some more of these. Good thing I got 2 strands. I was like kind of laughing at myself, or I thought I went overboard with the fire polish. But then I'm like, as I'm doing this, I'm like, well, thank goodness I bought 2 because I'm using them. I mean, I'm using them right up. So much for hoarding the fire polish. I am using it. All right. And through our smaller bead, and now we're just going through the larger than the other little beads, so we're going through just our bigger beads. I'm trying to skip the little 11-0 seed bead that's right next to it. That way it'll sit the way I want it to sit. What happens is these 2 little seed beads end up right next to each other, which is perfect. It's how I want them to be. So grab that. I need a few more of these. Not too many more. Not yet, anyway. I'm still thinking about how I want to close it off. And I think I want to do like a seed bead loop and a clasp, just like a larger lobster clasp. That's usually a pretty fun look. So I think that's what I want to do. All right, let's see if that gets us any further here. Go through that lentil. And through this bead. Okay, there we go. Oops, too many. Kind of zoned out for a second, guys. Well, things are back to normal at work. Finally caught up after not having power for a day and then not having the internet for the next day, so I couldn't do like most of my job. So I think I finally caught up. It only took 2 days, and I think we're doing good now. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again, like ever. Like just it. I mean, with today's world, like we just can't do the things that we need to do. We rely on um, our technology so much, and I mean, it's a technology driven world. It really truly is. And unless you just have never ever had it and never dealt with it, you basically can't live without it. It's kind of crazy that it really affects so much of your everyday life and you don't even think about it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You think you're coming up with an idea to resolve an issue. You're like, oh, but wait, I need electricity for that. Or wait, I need the internet for that. It's just, it's crazy. Like what we rely on. Okay, it looks like we need a few more of the gold. And let's see here. And we're going to need one more of those Picasso beads. Let me grab it. I almost had enough pulled off there. Nope. Okay, we have our last one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. We have needles all over the place. And I'm going to put him through here. Oop, there we go. And we're going to fix like one side at a time, okay? Because we can't do both at the same time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clamp both of these ends off. All right, so just like this. And then we're going to tuck that off to the side. I used like my entire spool. All right. Now we have this side. So what we need to do, I think I'm going to take one of these needles off. I think if we, actually I should probably put that back on. Oh, get on there. There we go. I think if we take this and maybe do like a little knot right here first, just so it holds. So let's do like a little surgeon's knot. And I think we only need to do it once because we're going to end up using both of these strands to go through our loop, okay? So that's going to be fine. So let's make our loop first for our clasp. Let me grab a clasp here. And we're using gold, so let's use gold. And we're just going to use one of these oversized lobster clasps. They're always fun to use. And let's do I want to do ones this small? Do I want to do, kind of would like to do the larger ones. So let's do the larger ones. I'm going to scoop out these little babies because I don't think we're going to need those yet. We might not need them at all. So let's just scoop those up to the side. And let's maybe do all of our, let's do it in gold maybe. All right, so it doesn't need to be super big. I'm thinking 3, and then our lobster clasp, and then 3. Actually, I want to do, hold on. I'm going to want to do 4 here, because we want one down here to be like our little base, and then our clasp. And then the 3. All right. So we have our 4 on one side and our 3 on the other. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And these are just going to kind of meet up in the middle and underneath our lobster clasp. And then we're just going to go down through here, through our bigger bead. I'm going to go down through that seed bead, our bigger bead, and come out through this seed bead. I'm just trying to find my path here. And now that since these seed beads are so close together, I should be able to just go right back over to this seed bead and then back up through. I still want to pull that tighter. There we go. Oh, the airplane's loud, huh guys? Sorry. I live by an airport, nothing I can do. All right. And then we're gonna go, see it's like it hides. You don't even see that little thread. So it hides perfectly. It just gives you a nice little place to do a turnaround and lock it in. And then we're just gonna go back through our beads again. And that main bead. And then let's come out underneath this bead. Okay, and now we're just going to set this one off to the side. And then we're going to use this one, and we're just going to go through once, because this will be 3 times going through this, and it'll hold it together really nice. And it'll hold its shape really nice too. So let's just go up through here, through these 2. I probably could have added 2 more beads onto this, but that's okay. And then back through here. And now we have both of our needles coming out the same spot. All right, come out the same spot. And so now we're just going to be very careful and just knot this off. It's not going to go anywhere if we do a little surgeon's knot here, and just try to like tuck it up underneath all those beads. If you pull it tight enough, it'll pop right in there. So now my little knot is in there between all these little beads. All right, and it's not going to go anywhere. So we can snip this off. I'm going to save all these strands just in case. What am I doing? I'm going to save all these strands just in case I need them for anything. Like maybe I just need a tiny little bit more to finish a project. I do need to get my thread burner out, because that would be helpful. I don't even know if I have batteries in it. It's been so long since I used it. All right. So maybe I'll have to do that. Let me see. Do I have batteries in it? I don't. I am going to go run and grab a battery real quick. I'll be right back. Guys, so here it is. I'm going to put my battery in it. Why isn't it working? Did I break it? Uh-oh. I think I may have broke my... No, it feels like it's getting warm. Okay. There it goes. I just thought I broke it for a second. You can just get in there and Get rid of all those little pesky things that you don't want sticking out. I like the smell of burning thread. I don't know why. Is that weird? All right, there we go. Now that's good. All right. At least I know I didn't break it. It's been a while since I used it, and if I'm not using something for a long time, I take the battery out because I've had so many things get ruined because the battery decides to do that thing where it like leaks or something. I don't know. All right, so now we have this end. And we're going to do the same thing over here, but I just want to make sure that this is all like the way it's supposed to be, and it is. So we're going to tie a little knot here too, just like before, just because it helps us kind of hold it all together. So we'll do our little surgeon's knot, just a single surgeon's knot, and just bring it down nice and tight. All right. Now I'll take this off here. And then we're going to make our loop for our clasp to be able to clasp into. Sends a little. Oh my goodness, I can't get it to cut. There we go. And what do I do with my pliers? Are there? All right. Yeah, I'm really gonna have one hang of a mess to clean up in here, guys. I've got little beads everywhere. There we go. Now this one's gonna have to be bigger. So I'm going to just start putting some on here. There's 8 so far. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's try 15. Oh yeah, that's plenty big. So I did an odd number so I can have that 1 down here at the bottom that I can go through. I'm going to go through my big bead and through my 11-0 and just pull it straight down. And then I'm going to come back over to my other 11-0 and go straight up through that large bead again and go back up through my loop again. But remembering to pull snugly. You want it to be an actual shape, not like wonky. And then go through these beads. And we're going to go through them one more time with that other strand though, so we can have them all meet together. And we're just going to come down here, and this strand's going to just hang out here at the bottom. I'm going to grab this one. There we go. Grab my other needle. I don't think I flattened that end enough. There we go. Just took a little extra guidance there. All right, and now we can go up through here one more time again. This will be our third pass through. It's just going to make it nice and sturdy. And down through our large bead, coming right out by the other one. All right, and now we're going to take both of these strands that we have coming out of there, and we're going to pull it tight because we want to make sure it's nice and snug. We don't want this to be all like weird. So when we pull tight, it'll just tighten down. All right, so now we can go ahead and do that knot. Do 1 and 2, and just pull that straight down and just pop that knot in there. Okay, and we'll trim it close, and then we'll use our thread zapper to get rid of the rest. There we go. All right, let's get our little thread zapper. And it cleans it right up. Super nice. And there we go. That looks cute. Okay, hold on guys. I'm going to show you real quick. So our clasp will just fit right over top of that. And here is our cute necklace. It's not as long as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. It's still going to be long enough. So we have some yellows, some blues, some whites. Oh, this looks really, really pretty. Let's try it on real quick, and then I can let you guys go. Hey guys, here it is. Look at how cute it looks. Let me shine some light on us here. You can see the little twisties. That looks really, really cute. And I love the way it turned out. I really do. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I gave myself that 24 hours to try to clear my brain and get it back on track. Because sometimes I think I'm always trying to do more than what I really need to do to make something beautiful, right? We can keep it simple and it's still beautiful. So it was, fun to put together and just really, not bad at all. All right, guys, I hope you like this one. Please let me know if you liked it. And also just remember, if you're interested in any of the beads to live by, I'm including all the information that you could possibly need in the description. I don't have a referral link, but I do have all the links that you need to buy it just like I did. So I will see you guys again real soon, and I'm sending you all my love, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.